And now, your host, Josh Taylor.
Hey everybody, it's me. Welcome to Trivia Tuesday. My name's Josh Taylor. As it said at the top of the show, it's another week of Trivia Tuesday. This is actually our Halloween-themed episode, so all the questions tonight are going to be Halloween-themed, including this first one that is just for the audience here on YouTube and on Twitch. Here's your question. The monster movies that have made the most money over the span of decades is what franchise that did not originate in the United States? Again, the monster movies that have made the most money over the span of decades is what franchise that did not originate in the United States? As I get some answers coming in, I want to bring in my panelists for this evening. You heard his voice at the top of the show. It's Chris. Hello, sir.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Disney or Pop Culture Trivia Tuesday this week. Yay!
It's no longer just Disney trivia.
No longer just Disney. We are larger than Disney. No, that's definitely not true. We charge less for parking, though.
We do charge a bit less. We charge significantly less money for parking.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Also on the panel tonight is Preebs coming back after quite an absence, sir.
Hey there, how's it going?
It was hardly an absence. It was just an off-camera, like an on-camera absence, because he's always there. He lurks.
I'm in the chat.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
he's a lurker.
Also returning, I feel like after quite a few weeks off, is Nikki. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Hello.
Yay!
Yay. Preebs,
Yeah.
I like your background.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Our guest this evening is a good friend of mine that I have not done anything on the internet with for a very long time. So I'm excited about this.
Wow, that
I'm sorry,
is
explain.
just loaded.
That's how you introduced me.
Keith Lapinig, welcome, my friend.
Thank you. You're not even going to say what we did together. It just opens the door for so many possibilities.
It does. Yeah. No, Keith and I
Josh
hosted...
likes his doors open for possibilities.
That's true. Keith and I hosted Modern Mouse Radio for a number of years together, like episodes 1 through like 250. It feels like before Modern Mouse Radio went away and it just became Modern Mouse. And Keith ended up at the Disney company, which was his dream.
I ended up at the Disney company at the same time you asked me to do this or do that.
Ish. There was a flux period there.
No. It was, I told you, Josh, I said, when Josh asked me to be his co-host, I said, Josh, I'm about to be hired by the Walt Disney Company. I don't think I can do this with you, be on a podcast about Disney. And you were like, well, let's see how it goes. And
I was going to say, Preebs is like,
You can make it work. There's a reason for absences sometimes.
And so, even though I was I still am part of corporate Disney. Throughout all those years, I was part of the podcast, and Josh didn't exactly ask me to keep coming on. He just said,
Nope.
all right, here's your next assignment. I was just like, oh, okay, I guess I'm part of this thing now.
Yep.
in
That's
case you
how it
haven't
works.
noticed, that's how Josh Taylor operates. Yeah.
That's very true.
And before you know it, there
200
you are,
episodes later.
on Twitch.
That's true. I want to talk to Keith a little bit later about his artwork and also his current TikTok fame. But let me give you your Joshy Poo question for you answer to those that have come into the chat. And then we're going to jump into round 1, which is going to put Preebs against Nikki. But that answer is... the question was, the monster movies that have made the most money over the span of decades is what franchise that did not originate in the U.S.? Any of you guys on the panel got a guess?
Only because I've seen the chat.
My guess was Godzilla.
I was going to guess Godzilla.
That is correct.
There's
Godzilla has
those
made more
movies.
money than any other monster movie in history. Probably because there's like a bazillion movies, but they always do well. Anyways, Chris, Keith, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys for now.
I thought you were going to chat with Keith.
Well,
Was it later?
I'll chat with him later.
Oh.
I don't
Something to
care
look
about
forward to. All right.
It's fine. I'm going to pit Preebs and Nikki against each other in round one.
Sorry.
Oh boy.
As we go into an entire Halloween-themed evening of trivia. I hope you guys are ready.
Sure.
Absolutely.
And, Nikki, I'm starting with you.
Aw, thanks, Joshy.
No problem. You're the best. Nikki, before Kathy and Najimy signed on to play Mary, the vacuum-riding witch in Hocus Pocus, the role was initially offered to what comedian mostly known for her daytime talk show stints and her roles in movies like A League of Their Own? Again, before Kathy and Najimy signed on to play Mary, the vacuum-riding witch in Hocus Pocus, the role was initially offered to what comedian mostly known for her daytime talk show stints and her roles in movies like A League of Their Own?
That would be Rosie O'Donnell.
That is... That's not working. The
Oh,
button doesn't work.
Doing great, pal.
Ring a ding ding. Ring a ding.
There you go.
Did you hear that? Was there a slight... was
Yeah.
that one?
yes.
That one
We
worked.
got that one.
I don't
And
know
that,
why.
that one
Oh.
stopped in the middle. You're gonna make me hate this thing so fast.
Yep,
I
no
am
problem.
So
All
right tonight.
We're doing great, guys.
Yeah, I mean it's just science. That's 3 correct
Nikki
answers.
just got
Yeah.
7 right out of 5 questions.
Right, exactly. Preebs.
Yep.
The Haunted Mansion comes in many forms depending on what land it resides in. For example, the Magic Kingdom Haunted Mansion is set to look like it's made out of bricks, along with what other international Disney resort mansion also made of bricks. Again, the Haunted Mansion comes in many forms depending on what land it resides in. For example, the Haunted Mansion at the Magic Kingdom is set to look like it's made out of bricks, along with what other international Disney resort mansion that looks like it's made of bricks.
Just pure guess. Hong Kong Disney.
No, so sorry. It is actually Tokyo,
Tokyo.
Disneyland.
Look, I got
Cool,
my.
You
Ghost
got that.
host
Yeah,
on.
you got the right one on.
Yeah.
Nikki, back to you. Scary movies have never fared well at the Academy Awards, and it took until 1974 to see what horror film set mostly in one room get nominated for a Best Picture Oscar. Again, scary movies have never fared well at the Academy Awards, and it took until 1974 to see what horror film set mostly in one room get nominated for a Best Picture Oscar.
I know this because of the story you told about the going to the Halloween Horror Nights. Is The Exorcist, right?
The Exorcist is very much correct.
Yeah, and you
Great
said
work.
it was going through the Horror Nights thing. It was one room over and over and over again.
Yeah,
I pay attention when you talk.
that's true. You do. All right, going back to Preebs here. Originally known as Biohazard in Japan, what PlayStation video game series was inspired by scary movies and would become its own film franchise starring Mila Jovovich? Again, originally known as Biohazard in Japan, what PlayStation video game series was inspired by scary movies and would become its own scary film franchise starring Mila Jovovich?
Resident Evil.
That is correct.
It's
For-
such a gimme.
For all those, I'm actually keeping score down here, so that's why I keep looking down. My phone is off. I just want to say that out front. I'm just
Yeah, worth noting that Preebs is our resident statistician for Trivia Tuesdays.
He typically is. That is correct.
yeah.
All right. And by the way, there was a poll in our Twitch chat for who they thought would actually win this round. Nikki has 67% with that one. We'll also have a poll up for Chris versus Keith when we get going on with that. So keep voting in the polls over there on Twitch. And also keep dropping your comments because all of the people on our panel tonight have the chance to ask the chat one time and one time only this evening for help. So keep dropping those answers. Thank you so much. But back over to the questions here. Nikki, ghost hunters began airing in 2004 and became an overnight success, spinning off into multiple shows and creating intrigue around a new format of paranormal reality shows. But the show originally aired on what cable TV network? Again, Ghost Hunters began airing in 2004 and became an overnight success, spinning off into multiple shows. But the show originally aired on what cable TV network?
Oh man. It wasn't like HGTV or anything like that. Was it like AMC?
No.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Those were just letters.
Those were just letters. It started on Sci-Fi. The Sci-Fi channel.
Siffy.
Siffy, yes.
Mhm.
Preebs,
Sounds like you need a cream for that.
Preebs, please finish this Disney attraction script in 3 words.
Oh man.
This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator still in operation blank. Again, finish this Disney attraction script with 3 words. This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator still in operation blank.
To this day. I know what you're
No.
talking about, but I
It
don't
is
pay attention
a
to that.
service elevator still in operation, waiting
seriously
for you.
Oh,
Ah.
So sorry.
You froze at like the perfect time.
Yeah.
Nikki,
Mm-hmm.
quarterback Brett Favre named the Halloween Monsoon, a game that took place in a cold downpour on Halloween night, as his favorite football game he ever played while playing for what Northern Midwest team? Again, quarterback Brett Favre named the Halloween Monsoon, a game that took place in a cold downpour on Halloween night, as his favorite football game he ever played while playing for what Northern Midwest team?
That would be the Packers.
Correct.
Ring-a-ding-ding!
Nice
about that.
work.
Dave would be upset if you missed that, I think.
I would be upset if
Would
I
have been
missed
upset.
that.
Fair.
But yes, he would.
Preebs, coming back to you.
Uh-oh.
Stephen King has written far too many books to talk about, but most of his top-selling books have also become movies, including what most popular book that features scary visions from a young boy? Again, Stephen King has written far too many books to talk about, but most of his top-selling books have also become movies, including what most popular book that features scary visions from a young boy?
My guess is the one that I haven't either seen or read. I'm going with It.
No, so sorry. It is The Shining.
I have not seen that.
What?
Yeah.
That's a bummer for you.
Yeah, I guess there is a... Yeah, it is a young boy.
Nikki,
I'm dumb.
Nikki, R.L. Stein's first Goosebumps book, Welcome to Deadhouse, was published in what year? That also saw MC Hammer give us the song Too Legit to Quit, A League of Their Own debuted in theaters, and Johnny Carson handed over The Tonight Show to Jay Leno.
Oh my gosh.
Again, R.L. Stein's first Goosebumps book, Welcome to Deadhouse, was published in what year that saw MC Hammer give us the song Too Legit to Quit, A League of Their Own debuted in theaters, and Johnny Carson handed over The Tonight Show to Jay Leno?
92?
Ring-a-ding-ding!
Shut up.
That is correct.
Oh my
1992.
God. Ooh.
Yeah. All right, Preebs, you're not going to win tonight, but
You're a
here's
hopeful
your
man.
chance to get some points. It's not shade. It's not shade. I'm just saying stuff.
Definitely shade.
He's speaking the
Got this,
truth.
Preebs.
Yeah. All right, Preebs, The Twilight Zone.
Yes.
Originally created, produced, and hosted by Rod Serling,
Mhm.
Something that what sketch comedy comedian turned horror director would do in 2019 when he revived the show for CBS. Again, The Twilight Zone was originally created, produced, and hosted by Rod Serling. Something what sketch comedy comedian turned horror director would do in 2019 when he revived the show for CBS.
Now, I'm like 95% sure I know the answer, but since I'm not going anywhere anyway, let's ask the
Yeah.
audience.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
sure.
you go.
Joser says Peele. Zach says Jordan Peele.
Yep.
Buckeye Nick says Jordan Peele.
Let's go with Jordan Peele.
That is
Ring-a-ding-ding.
correct.
Thanks, chat.
You're walking away with 2 points to go on to your year-end scores. Nikki winning with 4 points, getting a bunch of them correct. So
Well
Nikki,
done.
you'll be going on to the finals later on, but to face off against our round 2 matchup, which is Keith and Chris. How's everybody feel about their chances with Halloween themed trivia?
I wish I had known it was Halloween, so I could have said like, invite me for the Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I'm not feeling great about my chances. But I do. I maybe I'll win the Twitch poll. So that's something I might be able to win. We'll see.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
It doesn't
Chris,
always go my way, but we'll try.
Chris, before we get going, I'm going to ask Keith a few things about his life.
Sure.
For those
I'll be
people who do not know Keith, which is not me, I've known him for plenty of time, like over 10 years. But recently, you took the venture to TikTok.
Yes.
You and I, like behind the scenes, you and I talk about this like at least once a week. But why did you end up getting onto TikTok, and how did it change in direction?
So I got on TikTok because I thought it was an interesting platform. I thought I was way too late on the platform because like I saw all the growth that happened during the pandemic. But I just wanted to see what I could do to help grow my art following because for those that don't know me, I used to be on YouTube and then I kind of slowly got out of it because I found a new path. The original path that I should have always been in what I believe is my art. And so it gravitated towards this paper silhouette art that I do. I did do it for Disney Parks blog and Disney Parks in Paris, Hong Kong, and so forth. So I got to travel the world doing my art, which is really great. I fell in love with that. I'm still in love with doing that. However, I realized, okay, Instagram's kind of a dying platform to some degree. And that's where I post my art, and my art is static. And so I had to try to think of a way to evolve myself. And I saw that TikTok was a thing. Totally believe that I'm too late on the game though, but I was like, let's try it. And so I also wanted to post my UFO catcher wins, which for those that don't know, UFO catchers are Japanese claw crane game machines. And so I love playing those. They are now available in my area, like a few blocks away from me. I can play UFO catchers. And so I win these things like in one shot. Like all I have to do is put in one swipe of a coin or whatever, a card, and then I can win plushes like crazy. And I wanted to make a channel about this. I wanted to kind of stray away from being a Disney influencer that I was on like YouTube. And it eventually evolved into like, let me just post whatever I want to post on this TikTok channel. And so I go to the Disney parks a lot and I love meeting the characters. And so I started to post my meet and greets with the characters. In many cases, I know the friends of characters. I'm friends with the friends of characters. And so I love meeting them. And I guess the authenticity was shining through and people really enjoyed that content. And so some of those videos started to go viral. And then kind of took off in the past month where I now have, just as of today, this morning, I reached 100K subscribers with being on TikTok for only 3 months. So I'm very thankful, but I'm also struggling because we've talked about this. I want to focus on my art so badly. And that was the intent of making the TikTok channel. So I'm trying to infuse or going to infuse my art again somehow and hope that that audience is receptive to that.
So initially when you and I had first met, you were doing a lot more digital artwork. And these days you are doing a lot more of these like silhouette cutout pieces. That's become kind of what you're known for. That's what like Disney has asked you to do, and a couple other places have asked you. What was the inspiration behind doing silhouette art?
The inspiration for that actually came from my Tumblr days, where I saw playing with paper art and taking pictures is not a revolutionary thing by all means. But like I saw on Tumblr one day, somebody like drew a little Thor with Mjolnir, and like it looked like he was being tugged by it, and so they like made a little picture or animation of a giant hand pulling on Thor. And I can't even find this artwork to this day. If anybody knows who this artist is, like I attribute so much of my ideas of success to whoever that artist was on Tumblr. And so I was just like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe because I work, not I work, I go to the Disney parks a lot, I could take that idea and bring it to the parks. And so I did that one that is currently on the screen as my first one. And I don't like looking at that photo anymore because it's kind of messy with the entire Disneyland crowds being there. So fortunately, within 2 weeks of me starting that series, Disney Parks Blog contacted me. They already recognized what I was doing within 2 weeks when I just created that. I have a apparent luck and knack for when I create a new account, it's instantly recognized because I created the Art of Keith Lapinig Instagram account. And 2 weeks later, to start doing the silhouette art, and 2 weeks later, Disney Parks Blog contacted me. They wanted me to go to Walt Disney World and do it for them there. And so now I do every now and then have access to taking photos when the park's empty. I haven't done that in a while, not since COVID has happened. I mainly have that access with Disneyland Paris and Hong Kong Disneyland. They're great over there whenever I ask them. But yeah, so I've done that, and then that's taken off in its own way. Where after the Disney Parks blog stint, I went to, I want to say Hong Kong was the next one that I did, and I also did Tokyo Disney Resort, but I didn't get to partner with them because that was a bit harder to find a contact there since they're not Disney owned. But Disneyland Paris, they found me through Disney Parks blog, and then they flew me over to Paris and asked me to do photographs for them as well. And then also I'm currently doing every few months with Knott's Berry Farm because they also love my work. So I've been all over the place doing lots of things, but like the main focus that I always wanted to happen is my art. So I'm trying to funnel everything into that.
Right. Well,
I'm just going to dive bomb here and just say your art is incredible.
now you're going to funnel it into Halloween.
Yeah, really cool stuff.
Keith, Chris, good luck with this round of Halloween themed trivia.
I'm afraid.
You're going to be fine. Chris, I'm starting with you, though.
Of course you are.
Yeah. Chris, Beetlejuice is a film nobody ever thought would or could be adapted into a musical, but the show debuted on Broadway in 2019 with Alex Brightman playing the titular role, a role that he earned after critical praise for his performance as Dewey Finn in the musical adaptation of What Jack Black movie? Again, Beetlejuice is a film nobody ever thought could or would be adapted into a musical, but the show debuted on Broadway in 2019, and Alex Brightman plays the titular role, a role that he earned after critical praise from his performance as Dewey Finn in the musical adaptation of What Jack Black movie?
Okay. I think I want to say was it School of Rock?
Ring-a-ding-ding!
That is correct.
Yeah, I think all Jack Black movies should be musicals, should be made into musicals, but
That sounds
like including Jack Black's King Kong, you know?
okay. Okay, that's fair. All right, Keith, you're next here.
Oh no.
Strangely enough, this one just comes up as possibly an easier one for you.
Oh
Wow,
no,
thanks.
now there's even more pressure.
Pressure.
Space Mountain's Halloween overlay, Ghost Galaxy, first started at Disneyland in 2009, but it actually debuted at what international park in 2007? Again, Space Mountain's Halloween overlay, called Ghost Galaxy, first appeared at Disneyland in 2009, but it actually debuted at what international Disney park in 2007?
I'm gonna go with Paris, Disneyland Paris Resort.
No.
No?
No. Originally started at Hong Kong.
That surprises me.
I didn't even know that. I have not gone to Hong Kong. Wait. Yeah, what was it? Ghost Galaxy? I don't think it was Ghost Galaxy when I went to Hong Kong. Is that an annual thing that they? Because I don't remember.
It has stopped since at Hong Kong,
okay.
but it first debuted there in 2000.
Keith, let me tell you how this show works. Josh's questions are great, but they don't hold up to rigorous fact checking. So,
What are you talking about?
So what you're
Wow.
saying is sometimes he's been wrong in the questions that.
What
he's
I'm
asked.
saying is I make up the
I'd be
questions,
curious
I
if
make up
anyone
the
in
answers.
the chat that also might be on the panel has an opinion about whether or not Josh is occasionally wrong. And there we go.
Yeah.
Hey, pew
Thanks,
pew.
guys. Anyways, back over to Chris here.
Nope.
According to the National Retail Federation, or the NRF, what superhero costume has had the most sales, or more sales, than any other Halloween costume of the past 20 years? According to the National Retail Federation, or the NRF, what superhero costume has had more sales than any other Halloween costume of the past 20 years?
Oh, goodness. Well, I definitely think it's going to be one of the superheroes. And I will be just venturing a guess. Spider-Man?
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Spider-Man is
Nice.
correct.
I was torn between that and Captain America, but Spider-Man seems to make sense.
Spider-Man is correct.
Because who doesn't love spandex, right?
Right, Keith. Keith, also according to the National Retail Federation, the NRF, what timeless women's costume is the top-selling adult costume of the past 20 years? According to
right.
the NRF, what timeless women's costume is the top-selling adult costume of the past 20 years?
Well, when you say that,
I'm saying like not children, like made for
okay.
it.
Okay. I'm gonna
Not like
go-
adult. though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that's not fair.
Naughty
Wonder
kitty.
Woman.
What? Yeah.
Sorry, Wonder Woman is what I just said.
Oh. No. Generic witch is the top selling.
Giving me the
Costume for
hard
women.
stuff.
I was
Giving
not
me the-
ready, Josh. I was
Giving
not
me
ready
the
for
hard-
generic witch.
Also, telling me adult and emphasizing adult, I was like, oh god, this is not where my mind goes.
Rigorous fact checking.
Chris,
Yes.
according to the NRF, what
These
food
jokes
item
again?
what food item is the top selling pet costume of the past 20 years? According to the NRF, what food item is the top selling pet costume of the past 20 years?
Hot dog.
No.
No, I would have
It's
guessed
number
that
two.
too.
I felt
I
really
would've
good
guessed
about
that.
that. Damn.
A pumpkin is number one.
Oh, that's just stupid.
I agree with you. I would have said hot dog too.
That's
Wow.
stupid.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
All
Not
right,
your
Keith.
question, just that simple. That fact that you wrote into your question is a stupid fact.
I have seen more hot dogs than pumpkins on dogs.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if we're talking about most popular Halloween costume among pugs, sure. You know,
Okay.
pugkins.
Keith. Keith, if you'll finish this Disney attraction script in 4 words.
Oh no, this is the worst.
Can I steal?
No, you can't steal. Sorry.
Damn. Okay.
When hinges creak and doorless chambers and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls, whenever candlelights flicker where
In
the blank.
Blank is blank and blank.
Wait,
Again.
repeat.
That
Sorry.
was actually, I was like helping
I
you
will.
there, Keith. I like gave you the syllables.
Finish
Where the blank
this,
is blankly blank.
Finish this Disney
I'm the
attraction
worst
script
with lyrics.
in 4 words.
Yes.
I need 4 words. When hinges creak in doorless chambers and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls, whenever candlelights flicker where the blank.
I honestly have no idea. I'm the worst with filling in blanks like this.
Wow.
I'm failing.
Disney
button so
guys
I can
doing
steal
real
it.
good.
I'm
the thing.
failing the audience. Hit it. Hit it.
You cannot steal it, but the correct answer is where the air is deathly still.
That
is the
yes.
time when
Yeah.
ghosts are
I'm
present.
sorry, I failed everybody.
Practicing
You are
their
really
terror
failing hard
with
here.
ghoulish
I
delight.
told you, I'm not studied up.
It's true.
Well, this is going great for me, so thank you.
Chris,
Yeah.
Rob Zombie made the move from musician to film director with his debut, The House of a Thousand Corpses, which stars his wife and Sid Haig as the clown Captain Spaulding. It made its theatrical debut in what year? That gave us Eminem rapping about his mom's cooking and Lose Yourself. Ellen began hosting her daytime talk show, and Apple launched the iTunes Store, making it easier and legal to download music on the internet. Again, Rob Zombie made the move from musician to film director with his debut film, The House of a Thousand Corpses. It made its theatrical debut in what year that gave us Eminem rapping about his mom's cooking and Lose Yourself. Ellen began hosting her daytime talk show, and Apple launched the iTunes Store, making it easier to legally download music on the internet.
All right. Since I feel like we're approaching the end of the round at some point, I'm going to go ahead and go to the chat for this one because I'm not good at date questions. I know I want to say it's in the early 2000s, but I'm not good with date questions.
You've got a 2001.
That doesn't
You've got
feel
another
right.
maybe 2001. You've got
But
a
with a question mark.
2002.
2 feels right. 2 is where my brain was going. Anybody else in the chat got anything for me? That's it?
That is, you got a 2000.
Oh, crap. But all
So
the
you've
ones
got
with question marks don't
you've
match
got a
up to what I was
vague
thinking.
area
And
of
then the one that's certain matches up. So screw it. 2002?
So 2009. If you,
I think he already.
no. Correct answer is 2003.
Dang. I knew it was post 9/11.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
sorry.
Cool.
Keith.
What's the score?
0 for me.
Currently, you have Chris. You have 2, and Keith has 0.
What's funny is if you flip flop the questions, I would have gotten more. On his
Same.
side.
Oh, good.
Keith, I really don't want to be in the finals, so please beat me mercilessly.
No, I think
Let's
it's
go.
too late for that.
You can still take it, Keith. You could still get it if you get into.
If I answer this one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's usually how trivia works. Yeah.
So, Keith, carved pumpkins, being nicknamed jack-o'-lanterns, comes from spooky folklore from what northern European country whose folklore also features pixies, fairies, harps, and Matcha, the goddess of horses.
Ooh.
Again, carved pumpkins being named jack-o'-lanterns comes from spooky folklore from what northern European country whose folklore also features pixies, fairies, harps, and Matcha, the goddess of horses.
Okay, I know I could ask the audience, but
Good.
I'm gonna just jump for it. My specialty is an Asian culture, but I'm gonna go with Ireland.
Ireland is correct.
Good job, Keith.
I never thought about that. I heard the O, the Jack O' Lantern. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Oh, crap.
Right? That's why I was like, let me take the jump on this.
Josh Taylor blowing our minds today.
Sure.
And making it weird.
Chris. Yep. Chris, according to candystore.com, that's a real place you can visit. What non-chocolate candy was handed out to trick-or-treaters more than any other in 2020? According to candystore.com, which is a real thing, you can check it, it's fine. What non-chocolate candy was handed out to trick-or-treaters more than any other in 2020?
You know what? I'm going to go with the one that gets dragged. That's my personal favorite and hope that it's right. And I'm going to go with candy corn. Is it candy corn? Candy corn?
No.
Is it lollipops?
Sorry.
What was
Actually, funny enough, Reese's Pieces got this one right, but it's not Reese's Pieces. It's
But-
Skittles.
Skittles. Okay. All right. That's fair.
Skittles is the correct answer. All right, Keith, you could theoretically tie this up and win it in a sudden death.
Okay. Oh
So-
no! And I can ask the audience.
All right, I'm getting the
You can
button
ask
ready,
the
Josh.
audience.
Okay.
The buttons are ready.
Animators at Disney. I'm just giving you that right now. Animators
like,
at Disney
and? Go
took
on.
influence from Cher when creating what 21st century Disney villain? Again, animators at Disney took influence from Cher when creating what 21st century Disney villain?
Let's go with the audience.
Going with the audience. Currently, I've got one answer in from Mother Gothel.
That one does make
That's a sick
sense.
burn.
That one makes sense. Yeah,
Another
let's go
from
with that.
Mother Gothel.
Yeah, let's go with Mother Gothel.
That is
Ring-a-ding-ding.
correct. So we tied this up 2-2, meaning that we're going to go into sudden death.
I actually didn't want this.
You didn't want to move on, or you didn't want sudden death?
It sounds like you have the same strategy as me
Yeah, we're on the same page.
to spend the end of the show in the green
I
room.
wanted to lose and go home.
I wanted to enjoy the show.
But
Now
Keith,
I'm
you're on the graphic, man. You
That
gotta make
puts
it
so
through.
much confidence into how great this show is. That
I
two
wanted
people playing have no
Neither of
interest
whom
in being
really,
here.
really
No,
want to win.
It's the anxiety of being in here. I
No.
enjoyed being
Yeah.
in the show, but there's the anxiety.
Well, the first person to get the correct answer or closest to the correct answer here wins. And this is not Price is Right rules, so you can be higher or lower. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
I'm really scared right now.
But speaking of candy corn, how many pounds of candy corn is produced annually? And let me just clarify this. How many millions of pounds of candy corn is produced annually?
Are we talking worldwide?
Worldwide, every year. Keith, I'm going to let you be first here.
Let's go with 100.
100 million pounds of candy corn. Okay.
I believe in the global.
I'm going with 12.345 million pounds.
That is a very exact number.
Yeah.
It is closer than
It is.
Keith is. The correct answer, every year they make around 35 million pounds worth of candy corn.
Guess I'm going to the final.
Chris, you're going to the finals. So it'll be Chris
And not
versus
the
Nikki.
guy on the graphic, which is weird.
Yeah.
But that's
Well,
fine.
he didn't want to be here anyways, I guess.
I want to be here. I want to see everybody and see
Yeah.
how this goes down. Now I get to
Right,
enjoy.
well-
I get to enjoy.
Keith's more of a voyeur, is what he's trying to say. He
Well,
likes to watch the
everybody
chaos, but not so much.
everybody
be in it.
gets to play this next game, which is called "It's All in the Eyes." So
Yes.
I'm gonna give everybody on the panel 2 different people to possibly guess here. But you might hear actors or filmmakers or animators state that their work comes through their eyes. So I thought putting this to the test might be a challenge. I'm going to give you a pair of eyes from a Disney villain. You just name the movie that they came from. You don't even have to name the character. You just name the movie. We got this?
Wait,
Feeling
are
good?
Are we? What? How do we? What? How do we enter?
You'll see. It'll make
You'll
sense.
see.
Okay.
And by the way, Josh, there is a Twitch poll up right now for the final. So
Ooh, yes. Please do vote in the Twitch poll.
vote for me because I'm going to lose.
Nikki versus Chris. Don't let him sway you in whatever direction. He
Let
wants
Chris
to
win
sway you.
something. Yeah. It's
No,
fine.
that is completely how this is going to go. So sure.
Right. I'm going to bring this up. You guys, all you have to do is give me.
This is going great.
It's gonna be fine. Shut up. Shut up.
All I'm going to say is 35 million pounds is entirely too many million pounds.
Yeah. I
All
agree.
I'm going to say is
That
candy
is-
corn is the bomb.
I love
Has
candy
anybody
corn.
had the Thanksgiving flavored ones where it's like the turkey dinner, the coffee, and the
Hey, Josh, I would recommend. I see what you're doing behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You should have practiced it beforehand. Do a window, not your whole screen.
Mm.
Do a window, not a wall.
Sorry, Nikki. Nikki, have you tried those? Are those good?
No, I haven't tried them yet. I haven't found them in the store yet. So.
I think I'm a classic candy corn guy because, like, I hear like coffee and all of that. I was like, no, just give me candy corn.
I want to try at least the coffee one, but I don't know. I hope they're like color coded, so I don't accidentally eat the turkey dinner candy corn.
Right.
I'm all about flavored Oreos, though.
Yes. That's
right,
something
friends.
I can get behind.
As soon as you click it, it'll go to the correct screen, Josh. I got it set up.
As soon as I click,
As soon as you click, or I guess as soon as you click add to stream, it'll show up.
okay, perfect. I don't know where the add the stream is.
Oh my
Why am
goodness. Okay, that.
Okay, there you go. Sorry. This is your first one. Chris, I'm starting with you.
Cool.
Please give me these eyes. This movie from these eyes.
Literally give him those eyes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess Inside Out.
That is very incorrect. I'm so sorry. Correct answer, Frozen. Way to go.
Feel like Josh, maybe if you opened them all in one thing that you could slideshow through, that might make this segment go a little faster.
Maybe so.
Just a
All right.
suggestion.
All right, well, hold on one memento, friends.
Suggestion from the director of the show, who this slowness was not cleared through. So I'm like, what are we doing?
No, not at all. We're fine. Everything's fine, guys.
So slow, everybody.
No,
It's
not
all
at
right.
all. It's all fine. All right.
But the chat's happy.
The
The
chat is
villain of
happy.
Inside
And
Out
smart.
is joy.
Yeah.
And I will die on that
Wow.
hill.
Wow.
You're not 100% wrong,
I go by that. She is the villain.
but she's not straight up villain though. It's so layered and complicated.
She is later as the antagonist, at least.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Here's number 2. This one's going to Keith. Please
That-
tell me.
That is from Robin Hood.
That
Or
is
he
true. That
he
is
from-
that is King John from Robin Hood, or Prince John from Robin
Prince
Hood.
John.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Brilliant.
Yes. Nikki, next one's for you.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good
Give me
one.
those
Oh,
eyes.
Hercules.
Hercules is correct.
Oh,
Preebs.
man.
Next one's for you.
Ooh,
Oh.
how brooding.
Huh.
What kind of eyes we got here? What kind of movie?
This is going to sound dumb, but I'm thinking Beauty and the Beast.
That is correct.
It's
That's
Gaston.
what I was
yeah.
thinking
Is
too.
that Gaston?
Yes,
It is
that is.
Gaston.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Yes.
thinking.
It's what I was feeling, but it was too obvious to me.
Yeah.
Like, that looks like Gaston, but that can't be right.
I mean, it could be
The
anybody.
self-doubt is creeping in.
Chris, this one's back to you as well.
All right. Oh, this is Honest John from Pinocchio.
Yes. I'm very surprised you knew that one.
I know some stuff. I'm in the finals tonight.
Barely in the finals. Let's be honest.
My brain works sometimes.
The thing is, when you're playing against a person who doesn't want to be here,
Right.
it makes it easy to get to the finals.
So truly, it was just which one of us was going to suck worse.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that's fine. That's
Wow.
fair.
Keith, this one's yours.
That is one of my favorites from Sleeping Beauty.
That is Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. Correct. Nikki,
Mhm.
give me this one.
Can you remove us,
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah, absolutely.
What the heck?
Yeah, those are eyes.
Well, I understand that, but I don't know whose they are.
That's the question.
Oh, I know.
That's-
I know who it is. I know who it is.
Game.
I mean,
I think I know.
my first thought is incorrect. I'm want to say now I'm looking at it and I'm staring too much and the self-doubt is creeping in and I looks like one of the 3 little pigs almost.
The P Little Thrigs.
Yeah, them.
So is that what you're going
I
with?
don't know. Sure.
No. It's the
No,
Queen
is
of
it Alice
Hearts.
in Wonderland?
It's the Queen of Hearts.
It is the Queen of Hearts from
Yeah.
Alice
That was my
in
first
Wonderland.
guess. But
Off
then,
with
like,
her head.
looking at the rest of the face, it looked snout-like.
Please be red daggers. Please be red daggers.
Last one. This is
Please be
to
red
Preebs. Preebs.
Oh,
That's
that's a good one.
a good one.
One person didn't say, "Oh, that's a good one."
Well, the rest of us are magnificent and marvelous.
I'm sure. And I'm sure that's a reference I would get if I knew what the hell you were talking about.
Oh no! Okay.
She's mad. She looks
She
very
is.
mad.
She might even she shares a title with someone that runs a brothel, even.
Right?
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
That's your adult-
But Mim's the word.
That's your adult costume.
Josh, do you ever feel like you're not part of the joke?
I often feel like I am the joke.
That is actually true when I hang out with Josh.
Yeah. No, Keith, it's
They're all
true when
laughing at
anybody
you,
hangs
not
out
with
with
you.
me.
Oh,
They're all
Preebs.
laughing
It's
at
the
you.
magnificent, marvelous Mad Madam Mim.
That did not answer the question.
Ring-a-ding-ding!
No, that's not a right answer. That's not the right answer. What's the movie?
Sword in the Stone.
There's the right answer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That was insane. Thanks everybody for playing along. Thanks for those people that were also chiming in with their thoughts.
With their oft correct answers.
To be
God,
fair, I never
everybody's
saw
so
that
smart.
And going into the finals, Nikki has 71% of the votes against Chris.
Pressure.
This is going to be so embarrassing for me.
I may have voted for myself.
Nikki, you voted for yourself and contributed channel points in the process.
I did.
Which means you paid to vote for yourself, which is like a whole new level of ego. I love it. I'm so screwed.
Did you?
Reese
being
says that
so-
you voted for yourself 3 times.
I got
Did you
those
vote for yourself
channel
3?
points. Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
Well, there we go.
Wow. Okay.
I just didn't
Well, that
want to vote
being
for
said-
Chris.
Wow, guys.
I mean, who does, really? Who does?
That being said, we'll jump into this finals here. Keith and Preebs, thanks for hanging out.
forgot to ask them.
Am I asking?
You forget your own show flow.
Oh, I guess so.
I'm voting for Nikki.
Preebs is voting. I didn't even have to ask. Preebs, why are you going with Nikki as your winner?
Spirit Jersey fan.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I almost wore one. So I have Mickey on my shirt.
Well, I almost wore one is not wearing one.
Mine glows in the dark. Ooh.
Damn, I'm so screwed. Keith,
Uh,
who you got?
Keith, before you leave, who do you think will win between Chris and Nikki?
From witnessing the past 47 minutes, it seems like Nikki is more well-rounded.
This is
She,
outrageous.
she also answered a sports question, and I don't know anything about sports, so that's what my takeaway from her already. I was like, okay, you're adding sports onto your list of things that you know, so good for you.
Aw, thanks.
All right. Well, let's jump into this thing. Chris versus Nikki in the finals of Halloween trivia. We're also going to be off next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another round of trivia, another guest, possibly Chris and or Nikki back to fight for their title as winner. But before we get to saying who the winner is, we got to fight it out. So, Chris, we're starting with you, my friend. Question one, the final
scared.
round. Artist Andreas Deja became a villain expert at Disney, being the lead animator for Scar, Jafar, and what other 1990s Disney villain? Again, artist Andreas Deja became a villain expert at Disney, being the lead animator for Scar, Jafar, and what other 90s Disney villain?
Oh, goodness. I think I'm going to... Just art style-wise, is it Hades? No, it's the
No.
dude from Hunchback, isn't it?
I
It
was
is
gonna.
actually Gaston.
Oh,
wow.
wow!
Yes,
I was
I
gonna say
don't mind
Hades
getting that
too.
wrong.
Yeah.
All right,
See?
Nikki. Richard Dreyfuss was not the original casting choice to play Hooper in Jaws. Instead, Steven Spielberg wanted to hire what Tron and Big Lebowski star?
The Rock.
Again, Richard Dreyfuss was not the original casting choice to play Hooper in Jaws. Instead, Steven Spielberg wanted to hire what Tron and Big Lebowski star?
What the hell is his name?
He's that guy.
I know he's that guy.
It's the dude.
He is the dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
Can I just say dude? Okay, Tron. It's Bridges. I can't remember his first name.
Of Madison County?
No. Sorry. Needed the whole name.
What?
Preebs, do that again. There you go.
It's Jeff Bridges.
That's not fair. Okay.
Preebs
Well,
tried
is
to help
that
you.
fair? You
but
said
I
a
don't think you
last
could.
name.
Yeah, I could see him, but you can.
I
Wow.
mean, I had half his name.
Well, you don't get a half a point. I'm sorry.
Rude.
Yeah, I'd really hate to lose by half a point. So thanks for keeping it fair, Josh.
No problem. Chris, now a Halloween icon, Elvira began hosting weekend Fright Nights in Los Angeles in what year? That also saw the police hit the charts with Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic. Hill Street Blues debuted on TV, and President Ronald Reagan was shot in the chest, but then obviously recovered. Again, now a Halloween icon, Elvira began hosting weekend Fright Nights in Los Angeles in what year? That also saw the police hit the charts with Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic. Hill Street Blues debuted on TV, and President Ronald Reagan was shot in the chest and then recovered.
Okay, so I know that Reagan was president when I was born, but I don't know if he was on his way out or on his way in. So this is going to be a wild
Go
guess
with your
based on
year.
my birth year. I'm going to go with 1983.
No.
Was it
so
one?
sorry. 1981. was
The year
correct
before.
answer.
I knew it was going to be on either side.
A
Boo.
lot of people getting that one correct in the chat. Way to go.
I should have gone with the first one.
Nikki, Francis Ford Coppola would actually win several Academy Awards, 3 in total, for his retelling of what classic Gothic story that featured Keanu Reeves. Again, Francis Ford Coppola would win 3 Academy Awards for his retelling of what classic Gothic horror that featured Keanu Reeves.
Bill and Ted.
Keanu Reeves in a class
In a horror movie.
in a horror movie. I have absolutely. Can I go to the chat?
You can go to the chat. That
Yeah.
you can do. Couple of people in here. Dracula,
Oh.
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay.
Keanu with a heck of an accent in that one.
Oh.
Did he sound Transylvanian in the film? That was really bad.
Those
Blah,
are
blah, blah.
those are the only answers I got in.
Dracula, I guess.
That
Ring-a-ding-ding!
is correct.
Thanks, chat.
Yes. You've finally made it onto the board. All right. Chris,
Yep.
the Michael Myers mask in Halloween is actually just a spray painted mask of what famous
I know this one.
actor known for his role in a sci-fi show.
How do you know this one?
So
Again,
easy.
The Michael
don't-
Myers mask in Halloween is actually just a spray painted mask of what famous actor known for his role in a sci-fi show.
You know, Josh, this famous actor was a little dramatic on the show that he was on. But he has been to space. William Shatner.
William Shatner
Ring-a-ding-ding!
is correct. Way to go. Tied up 1-1 here.
All right.
Also known as Bill Shat.
Bill Shat. Yeah. Nikki,
Joshy.
combining bad luck with birds, the Munsters lived
What?
the Munsters lived at what address on Mockingbird Lane? Combining bad luck with birds, the Munsters lived at what address on Mockingbird Lane?
Okay, it's either going to bad luck.
Mm.
Okay, so that's got to be 13. 13?
No. They lived at 1313
That would have been my guess, yeah.
Oh.
Mockingbird
digits.
Lane.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, goodness. I'm
You don't
loving
get
this.
half
This is so
points.
fun.
I'm sorry.
That would have been one whole point if we were keeping track of the half points.
Yeah, sure. Could have been. Could have been. Anyways, back
the
over to
score?
Chris here. Chris, weirdly enough, what messy kids toy is banned from being used in California due to its overuse of teepeeing houses on Halloween? Again, weirdly enough, what messy kids toy is banned from being used in California due to its frequent use of teepeeing houses on Halloween?
What toy would you use to TP a house?
I mean, you use toilet paper to TP.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. I honestly don't know. I don't know. What is it? Well, thanks.
No problem. It is, in fact, silly string.
Okay. Well, then that's not TPing people's houses. That's silly stringing people's houses. That's a different thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Rigorous fact checking.
Well,
TPing toilet,
it's toilet paper.
papering.
Got it.
You know it's
Yeah.
bad when
But
even
vandalizing,
Nikki's like,
sure.
nah, that ain't
Vandalizing.
right.
Yeah.
And by the way, Zach, the score currently is
Yeah.
1-1, tied up. As we go into the last few questions of the evening here, Nikki, this one
I
is.
thought
for
I was
you.
winning by a lot. Now I'm scared.
Nope. Nikki, the first holiday special to ever air on TV for Halloween was what kids classic? Again, the first holiday special to ever air on TV for Halloween is what kids classic?
I mean, is it Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown?
Yes,
Ring-a-ding-ding!
it is the Great Pumpkin.
Close enough.
Charlie
Is it the Great Pumpkin?
Way to go.
Great pumpkin dog costume, Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You were close.
Chris,
That was close.
Yeah.
the first film to ever show a toilet on screen
Of course. Thanks for saving this one for me, buddy.
is what famous 1960s horror movie? The first film to ever show a toilet on screen is what famous 1960s horror film?
Yeah.
Psycho.
Yes, that is
Ring-a-ding-ding!
correct. They had to show the shower, they might as well just show the toilet too.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Tying it up 2-2. Nikki,
Hey, we just saw the Psycho Hotel last week when we were
Yeah.
at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Oh, really?
Nikki, this is your chance to win or to send this into sudden death,
Ooh.
because this is the very last question.
That's a lot of power.
It
Goodness
is.
gracious.
So, the first ever candy to be created in a quote unquote fun size is what classic chocolate piece? Again, the first ever candy to be created in a fun size is what classic chocolate
Classic.
piece?
Okay, so when you say classic, it kind of leans towards like a Hershey bar because that's like just classic chocolate, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I also think Three Musketeers for some
Soft
reason.
cheat.
You're just gonna like move through all the candy
Just
before
talk,
you have.
just talk
I-
right through the timer.
I'm
everything.
going with Hershey's. Was it Three Musketeers?
It was neither of those. It's
Okay, good.
actually Snickers.
Wow, really?
Snickers was the first fun size one. All right.
Okay.
Sudden death. First person to get close or get right on the answer wins it. The first year that the White House ever decorated for Halloween was what 20th century year? Again, the first year the White House ever decorated for Halloween was what year in the 20th century?
I didn't even know they decorated for Halloween ever.
Chris, I'm starting with you.
Okay. I'm going to go with 1943.
1943 is your answer, Nikki.
Wait, what's the time span I have again?
The 20th century.
Oh, an entire
Literally a
century.
century.
Uh,
You got a 1 in 100 chance of getting it right, Nikki.
86. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
The correct answer is 1958, which means that Chris was off by only 15
Wow.
years.
Only 50.
Nikki, you were off by decades, which means that Chris is winning trivia Why weird
I
default
never
time.
win stuff ever. Wow. Okay.
Nikki, you should have gone with the Price is Right rule and just gone 1 year above him.
I know, right?
I was waiting for Nikki to just be like $1. And then, well, it didn't exactly go that way. Wow. Well, thank you, everybody. Wow. That was unexpected, but cool.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Now who
Saj.
wants to be here?
And
Yeah.
Right,
now-
exactly,
No, I
yeah.
wanted to be here all along. I just didn't want to win. Just like Keith. I wanted to hang out with Keith in the green room during the final round.
So
And
by
watch
winning, you
Preebs and
failed.
Nikki duke it out.
Right.
You know, it's what I likes to do.
Well, Keith, thanks for coming and playing along.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you for inviting me.
You, I just want you to know this. You got 2 correct answers
The whole time.
the whole time.
I mean,
I mean,
tied.
he only got
I tied in our first round.
That's
Right.
true.
he only got 5 questions, so it's not like he got like 2 out of 100.
That
2 out of
sounds a
5.
lot better. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I would have won with my half points, both of my half points. Just saying.
Right.
Thanks, Mom.
And Keith, if you want to come back for Christmas trivia, we'll invite you back for Christmas trivia.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Christmas trivia sounds fun.
I have to
When
go.
are we doing
I
that?
have to go watch Elf again.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll have all the
Doesn't.
questions about Elf. That's the only thing I'll talk about the whole time. Well, since it's the Halloween episode, happy Halloween to all those people who joined us and hung out and played along. Be safe, have fun. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another Trivia Tuesday. But also, really quick, while I have everybody here, Keith, what is going on in your world, and where can people follow along?
So my handles are usually my full name, which is there, Keith Lapinig. But I have my Instagram, which is Art of Keith Lapinig. But yeah, pretty much my name. Go for it.
And we've got a bunch of stuff on Theme Park Pulse, on Patreon, but we were also constantly working on stuff. Last week was a brand new Theme Park Pulse podcast show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're alternating weeks now. We'll do a Trivia Tuesday this week, and next week we'll do a podcast, and the following week we'll do a Trivia Tuesday.
Correct. So if you
Spreading
haven't
the workload out a little bit.
if you haven't listened to that show, Chris, what should people look out for on that show?
Well, if regular followers of our Twitch will actually recognize the lead segment in this last episode, and it's me and Nikki talking about Nikki's Stranded by Southwest travel experience. That's a real thing that happened right at the tail end of our fun Orlando trip, and Nikki has the whole story. Plus, there's a new parks planning forecast. This guy right here has a new love letters, which is really, really great. You can find that by searching for Theme Park Pulse wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah. And if you're interested to help out the show, you can go over to Patreon, patreon.com/themeparkpulse, and you get a bunch of
/no midnight.
extras over there. Sorry, /no midnight. Patreon.com/no midnight. I
Doing
know
great,
what
pal.
it is. Yeah. You can also support me over on YouTube. Subscribe. I've got a new video coming out this week about Hocus Pocus, its history, and why it's become such a cult favorite. So do check that out on my YouTube channel. You can also support me at patreon.com/modernmouse, which you get some extras over there. In the meantime, thank you all for hanging out and playing and having fun. Thanks for being jolly in the Halloween spirit. And as always, keep moving forward, my friends. See you next time, everybody.